220, respond to 161 East 6th Place for chest pains. Engine 220, C5.
It's a typical Tuesday for Mesa Fire and Medical Department's Engine 220. This is their 7th medical call today. The City of Mesa, Arizona's fire department traditionally runs medical calls. And because of this, they changed their name to reflect their growing service and need.
We've been responding on medical calls, and that's for years and years, and that's probably 75 to 80% of what we do, and has been for a long, long time.
Assistant Chief Mary Camelli is in charge of the Emergency Medical Services Division within the agency.
So we felt it was really important that we actually put the name of what we do on a daily basis where the public can see it every day.
Ma'am, hello, we're at the Mesa Fire Medical Department. Can you hear me? What's going on?
2 emergency medical technicians, or EMTs, and 2 paramedics are staffed on each fire truck. These crews respond to heart attacks, diabetic emergencies, strokes, and traumatic injuries on a daily basis. Forrest Smith is a captain and a paramedic with the department, and he says he keeps his truck stocked with many different types of medical supplies because he's never sure what type of call will come in.
One of my responsibilities is in the beginning of the day to check to make sure that I have all my medical equipment on the truck. What I'll do is I'll go through and check our boxes. For instance, I've got a drug box here. In this box, I have medications for asthmatics and other medical emergencies. Another piece of equipment that I have that I also check is our Zoll monitor. And what this allows me to do is to make sure that I can check somebody's heart. I can check to see whether or not they're dealing with a cardiac crisis, and also if we need to defibrillate them and also use it as an AED. Another piece of equipment that I keep on here too is the ability to be able to check diabetics to make sure that their blood sugar is good. I have IV equipment to be able to give fluids and to be able to give us access to provide medications. One other piece of equipment I have for calls that involve fall injuries, trauma, or even water-related events is the spinal care kit, which allows us to be able to secure the person's neck in case of neck injury. We also carry on our fire trucks here a backboard, which allows us to keep the person's back straight and allow us to stabilize them in case they have some traumatic injury to their spine or their back as well.
The fire agency has been working with city leaders to help ensure a smooth transition for residents. Deputy City Manager John Pombier says residents won't notice any difference in service because of the change. And he says the change is being made over time to help lower the cost to taxpayers.
We are very cognizant that times can be tough. We are very cognizant that everybody's tightening their belt. What I want them to know is that as Mesa, as a city, and Mesa Fire and Medical as a department, looks for ways to provide services in a more cost-efficient manner, we never compromise their safety.
George Papa has lived in Mesa for more than 25 years. He says the name change doesn't bother him, and he's happy to know the department's change is leading the nation.
I think it's honest, I think it's straightforward, I think it's transparent. That's what the fire department does. They go on more medical calls than they do fire calls. I'm delighted that they're prepared to handle all these emergencies, and I think they should get the name recognition for it. I have been a recipient of some of that response. I've been in a couple of fender benders, and I know that it's important to have prompt medical attention, and I would want that to happen to anybody in the city of Mesa.
Pombier says he wants all residents to know their firefighters and city leaders care about them.
When they call 911 on a medical or fire issue, we will be there. And we will show up as fast as we can get there, and they will get a quality level of care that I will put up against any fire department in this country. That's what I want them to know. This is as safe a place to live as you can be because we care. And no matter what we do budget-wise, we always care about providing you with top-level services.
Mesa fire and medical leaders say they will continue to push the envelope and find new ways to bring cost-efficient emergency medical services to the citizens of Mesa. For the City of Mesa, I'm Brian McElhatton.
I've got a 6-year-old female that I'm on scene with.